You ever see an ad for something kind of complicated, maybe even a little dry, and all of a sudden you feel like you have to have it? Well, that's what a killer pitch can do. Today, we're going to tear down an ad from a cybersecurity company and see exactly how they pull it off. How they sell you something you can't even see, a digital fortress.
So, let's start with the big question. How do you sell something you can't hold in your hand, like peace of mind? You've got to make something abstract feel totally real. You have to make the invisible feel essential. And that's the challenge, right? The entire pitch we're looking at is the answer.
Look at where the pitch starts. It's not with tech specs or a list of features. Nope. It starts with a punch right to the gut, $25,000. That number immediately takes this vague idea of a data breach and connects it to a very real, very painful financial hit. It taps right into that fear of loss we all have.
And that, right there, is step one in their playbook. Establish a high-stakes problem. See what they did? They don't lead with their solution, they lead with your problem, framing the threat in a way that creates instant urgency. And they don't just stop at one threat. They immediately double down, showing you the cost for data breaches and phishing attacks. All of a sudden, it's not just one thing to worry about. It's a whole dangerous digital world out there. Putting these hard numbers on it makes the danger feel totally concrete and pretty much unavoidable. Now, this isn't just about fear-mongering. It's a very deliberate technique called problem framing. You're essentially defining the customer's world in a way that makes your solution the only logical answer. You're showing them the hole in their boat before you try to sell them the patch. Okay, so the threat is out there. It's big, it's expensive, but it's still just a number on a screen. This is where the pitch gets really clever. It zooms in, and it turns that big, scary problem into your personal headache. This is where they start to agitate the pain. And they do it with a series of these quick, targeted questions. First up is this one. It's a simple yes or no question, but it's designed to create that little flicker of self-doubt. It makes any business owner think, uh-oh, that's me. Next, they go right after that false sense of security a lot of us have. You think, I've got an antivirus program, I'm good. This ad basically says, that safety net you think you have, yeah, it's got some massive holes in it. And here it is, the pivot. This is a genius move. The pitch now connects bad security to another huge business pain point, wasting money. Suddenly, this isn't just about preventing some future disaster, it's about how your lack of security is actively hurting your business right now.
And this line, this is the emotional hammer. A metaphor this strong creates a really powerful mental image of failure. You can just picture it, can't you? It transforms the abstract idea of a weak website into the feeling of just lighting a pile of your own cash on fire.
So the problem is crystal clear, the pain is real, and only now do they bring in the solution. And listen to the language. It's not just our service, it's a 12-step digital fortress. I mean, that name alone just sounds strong, structured, and complete, doesn't it?
Now, a 12-step plan could sound pretty overwhelming, so they smartly bundle it into 4 main pillars. They start with the things that make a business money, securing your website and your sales pipeline. Then they move to the core operations, locking down your network and setting up backups. It's a system for the whole business, not just a tech fix.
Then, to add another layer of authority, they start name-dropping the tech they use. Mentioning brands like Microsoft and Odoo is an instant credibility boost. It's a shortcut that tells the customer, hey, we use serious, professional-grade tools. This is the real deal.
All right, now we get to the trickiest part of any pitch, the price. How do you talk about money without scaring people away? You reframe it. You turn what looks like an expense into an investment. This is the art of the value proposition.
And here is exactly how they do it. The cost is this small, totally manageable number, a $300 setup fee. But the value, the promise, it's huge. You stop a potential $25,000 loss and you boost your leads. The contrast makes the price look tiny, making the decision feel like an absolute no-brainer.
So the value here isn't just about playing defense and preventing bad things from happening. It's also about offense, about generating more business and securing your sales. They're not just selling security. They're selling a growth engine that just happens to be heavily armored.
And that brings us to the final act. The problem is clear, the pain is real, and the value is undeniable. The only thing left is to tell the customer exactly what to do next. This is the call to action, or what marketers call the ask.
You know, a really good pitch rarely has just one ask. And this one is super smart. It offers 3 different paths. For the person who's ready to go, boom, here's the purchase link. For someone who's still curious, hey, check out our free tips on YouTube. And for everyone else, there's a low commitment option to just connect on social media. It meets every single customer exactly where they are.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? The ad is selling a product, a one-time setup, but all the language it uses, digital fortress, 12-step plan, that describes a process. It kind of leaves us with this big question, doesn't it? Is security really something you can buy off a shelf, or is it something you have to commit to building day in and day out?